Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed. Let me all of the pain seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed. See you on the other side. Stay alive. Stay alive. I got to keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. See you on the other side. Stay alive. Stay alive. I got to keep it together. Keep it together. I got to keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. what's there left to say? Throw your stones the river. Like me, it drifts away. I would watch you stare. I would watch you stare. Oh, but there's no one there. We can figure this out. Put your feet down. We are the lucky ones. Swallow your choice, it's done. Terrified of what's left remains unsaid until you break my mind. Till you break my mind. Until you break my thought. Till you break my thought. I'm throwing wishes in the well in hopes that you will keep them for yourself. And know there was a time when we never let go, never let go. Ooh, we never let go. We can figure this out. Put your feet down. We are the lucky ones. Swallow your choice, it's good. Terrified of what's left remains unsaid until you break my mind. Until you break my thought. Until you break my thought. These sticks and stones will break. They will break, they will break, they will break. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. No, no.
And welcome everyone to yet another game of DOTA. It's TELKOM Dota 2 Masters, of course. White Rabbit Gaming taking on Veneration eSports. White Rabbit Gaming, of course, being the powerhouse of Dota currently in South Africa. And Veneration, I mean, this is basically the old flip side team. They've got a lot to prove here. They've brought in Cotta. Muzz is going to be playing on mid. This is going to be an excellent game. Let's just quickly make sure that the audio for Dota is right, because I did have it muted while the music was playing. And there you go. Audio's on. Everything's on. Let's take a quick run through the ban so far. White Rabbit Gaming banning out the Monkey King. Even though Monkey was nerfed a bit in the previous patch, still, I mean, being a hit and miss hero quite a lot during the majors that were on, especially during the group stages, but during the actual single Elam, Monkey King just showing what a dominating force he can be, especially in that mid-game phase. As soon as he actually picks up a couple of items, he can control any kind of team fight that breaks out, banning out the Magnus. Once again, two team fight heroes, team fight control heroes. Veneration banning out the Treant Protector as well as the Legion Commander. And then we came down to first picks, well, the pick phase. Shadow Shaman and Ricky being picked up by White Rabbit Gaming. Quite interesting that they decide to pick up the Shadow Shaman as a first pick. I don't rate Shadow Shaman very high. He doesn't really get banned out at all. Maybe picking him up so that VNR actually tries to counter pick him to know or to think they know what White Rabbit Gaming is actually going to do, and then White Rabbit will actually do something completely different, or they're just going with the standard draft that they practiced so many times that they just want to push and end. Ricky, of course, being picked up. We have seen Baboka playing that hero tremendously well, and he actually goes to show, well, he actually shows you how powerful Ricky can be. Once again, also in the mid-game phase, giving vision the whole time, as well as to be honest, the smoke can control a fight if they do jump on. Smoking someone like the Shadow Shaman means he can't be jumped on by the Slaughter and stunned. Getting that tricks of the trade off in the middle of a fight. Crystal Maiden as well, as soon as she starts ulting, blink on her smoke down. Even if Crystal Maiden goes for a Glimmer Cape, you should still see where the Crystal Maiden is roughly before she goes into Glimmer, and then just smoke on top of her, cancelling everything out. VNR decides to pick up Crystal Maiden and Slaughter, two ganking heroes. Crystal Maiden, of course, it will help with her third ability, her passive, her mana aura. It will actually help the Darkseer out, which was just picked up quite a bit in lane, giving that passive mana regen. The lockdown the Crystal Maiden can provide, as well as the Slaughter, it is quite powerful, especially in the early stages of the game itself here. The next bans, looking at White Rabbit Gaming, of course, is the Troll Warlord as well as the Juggernaut. Being picked up there, I think the Juggernaut being banned out specifically because of the CM as well as the Slaughter. That's easy kills, doesn't matter which lane. Or probably only the Crystal Maiden is needed at that point. But never mind the Slaughter, the extra lockdown with the spin. The Troll Warlord, I mean, we've seen Troll Warlord. We saw how powerful he was in the fifth and final game, OG versus EG, when they actually picked up that Troll and he completely dominated the entire team of EG. Veneration pick up two controllers as well, two strength heroes, the Lifestealer and the Axe, trying to ban out a little bit more control, a little bit more, how can I say, brute force heroes to tank it up in the front lines, while there is, of course, Shadow Shaman Wards as well as a Ricky Tricks of the Trade going on. White Rabbit Gaming picked up the Gyrocopter. This looks really reminiscent of a 2015 draft, to be honest. Even earlier, 2014 specifically, TI2, TI3 around there. Excluding the Ricky, of course. If that was a bounty hunter being picked up there, I would have said 100% a TI2, TI3 kind of draft. And that was in response to the Darkseer, so of course Illusions will have a tougher time. The Darkseer Illusions from the Wall of Replicant, of course, will have a tougher time. Gyrocopter will be able to kill them off pretty quickly. But Veneration picking up the Ursa. To be honest, at this point, I think White Rabbit Gaming are just picking up comfort here. They're just picking up heroes that they want to pick up. I don't really see, I mean, of course there is the Ricky, the Tricks of the Trade, the Slow from the Gyrocopter. They used to, literally, there you go. Enigma's now going to be that initiator, that frontliner, going to be getting the black holes off. I won't even be surprised if we do see something like a Centaur or just a strength offlaner with Enigma. Wait, it's going to be carry with offlane Enigma. They're the two support, so probably not going to be a strength offlaner. Sorry about that one. But so, basically going for a wombo combo here. Gyrocopter, Enigma, Black Hole, Gyrocopter, Cooldown, Ricky Tricks of the Trade with Shadow Shaman Wards, as well as the pushing potential coming up here between the Enigma as well as the Shadow Shaman. Not the best draft in my opinion, but it is a powerful one, especially a teamfight control one. Let's have a quick look at the stream chat and see what everyone's saying. Quickly having a look here. Anyone saying anything interesting here? Of course, I see there's quite a few people. Sup doms, people are just greeting each other. And yeah, nothing much to be said on stream. So let's get straight back into the game. And the last bans here, Veneration banning out a mid-hero, Elena, giving extra lockdown, extra burst, especially up against an Ursa with the Laguna Blade. Laguna Blade will be able to take out a Crystal Maiden basically one shot towards that mid-game, that level 10-11 mark. Let's see, what does White Rabbit Gaming ban out here? So it's probably going to be a support Slaughter, 4 Slaughter, roaming Slaughter with 5 CM, offlane Darkseer, carry Ursa. So what are they going to pick up as a mid here? What do you ban out? I know Muzzy, of course, plays a very mean Invoker. Do you ban out the Invoker? But that also, of course, means you ban out Castaway's Invoker, which, in my opinion, is probably the best in the country. Muzzy not that far behind, but they actually do decide to ban out a an Ember Spirit. So, of course, a mid hero being banned out there. Muzzy has played Ember quite a bit as well. Is this going to be just an Invoker pickup now for Castaway? They're just going with comfort picks, Invoker, the push, the Forge Spirit pushes, as well as, of course, getting Alacrity onto Gyrocopter. being able to push quite fast with the Shadow Shaman, Enigma, Garo, as well as Invoker. That's a possibility. Or we might see a Templar Assassin going for a Deso build, going for a little bit more control. Or do we see a more older school kind of lineup with a Strength Hero mid, maybe a Timbersaw mid? I doubt it. That's extremely old school, old patch, old everything. But let's see what White Rabbit Gaming decides to go here.
Queen of Pain.
Well, it's going to be a Queen of Pain to combo up with the Enigma, with the Queen of Pain Ultimate, Enigma Black Hole, Gyrocopter Call Down, Ricky Tricks on the Trade, Shadow Shaman Lockdown, as well as Serpent Wards. Quap can also push quite hard depending on the item build that you do go on. If you go for a right-click heavy build, which hasn't been seen in quite a while in my opinion. Quap can actually split push and push out quite fast, especially with a Deso MKB. But that is like probably like 2-3 years ago when that's before all the Aghanim Scepter upgrades came out, before the talent trees came out. So I doubt we'll be seeing a Battle Queen of Pain, a right-click Queen of Pain. We'll most likely be seeing Spellcaster Queen of Pain, which is right in my opinion, according to her abilities, her skill trees as well, or her talent trees.
Puck.
And Puck being picked up by Veneration. So Queen of Pain versus Puck. I mean, this is a matchup literally as old as Dota itself, all the way back from the TI1 days. Constant mid matchups. I remember when there used to be mid matchups that weren't like Quap versus Quap. It was Quap versus Puck, and then it was Puck versus Quap, like the next game. And then the round 3 would be like a different hero, or round 2 would be a different hero. I still remember those days. That was when it was still Dendi S4 mids, Mushi mids, good old TI3 days. Oh, I've been around Dota so long. Loving it. So everyone's saying all good in regards with the audio. Perfect.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's have a look. Doms, Mr. Rion Fisser is saying SF incoming. Sorry, buddy, no SF coming in. I'm going to be a bit surprised there. But Queen of Pain still will put out the magical burst needed for WRG. And now we wait for the game to start. Okay, guys, so for those of you guys that don't know who I am Reddit, of course, and this is the TELKOM Dota 2 Masters. Let's quickly switch the overlays. And overlays have been switched, and here we go. Shadow Shaman is being played here by Santo for WRG. Let's actually take you... Oh, no, wait, Gyrocopter is actually disconnected. Well, you guys actually know all of the players. We will... Of course, be calling them as the names that they're called here, not the games that, or not the names that they've registered with, because sometimes, of course, players change their names, and I will leave it as such. Okay, really? Well, K is playing on the Gyrocopter. I'm literally going to call him K this game. Santo on the Shadow Shaman. Castaway playing mid here on the Queen of Pain. Chadawi on the offlane. Enigma. Schlinks on the Ricky. Meanwhile, it's going to be Kotta, the pub star of South Africa, some would say. I think a lot of people would say. Kotta joining VNR probably around 2 or 3 months ago, not very long ago. He's made a big impact on this team, on this up-and-coming team itself. So let's see how he plays here. Kotta on the Ursa. Let's see if he is actually going to be a team player or going to be playing solo a lot. I have seen a big change in the way that he does play versus when he first started with VNR, playing more the pub style, playing more by himself, to the later games that he has actually played. So it has... Wait, do we actually have a sentry here? No sentry. Oh, yes. There's Observer Ward. That's actually from a Dire coming up here right now. Anyway, back to the side of VNR. Kotta, like I said, on the Ursa. It is going to be Wazoo on the Crystal Maiden. Leads are 1-3-3-7 actually on the Slaughter. Mid is going to be run by Muzzy, the one and only youngster. Actually, two youngsters here playing mid. And of course, Panda on the Darks here off lane. Let's see, is Schlink's actually going to be able to steal this?
The battle begins.
I think he wants to. I think he wants to. There you go. Nearly. He didn't get it though. Wait. No, he didn't. It was very close. Quite interesting because Ursa didn't actually stand on top of it. So he stood just a little bit up so you can actually click on it instantly. If you do play up against, of course, an Invis here, if you stand on top of it, trust me, the Invis here might actually get it before you can click on it itself. Stand a little bit away, you'll always be able to click on it if you're actually facing the right way before he be, well, mostly before that he can. Whoever spams the most. And, oh yeah, Puck actually did manage to get that blink off. Nope, don't want net worth. I want lost hits and denies. Order it the correct way, and it's going to be this mid matchup that we're going to be watching very closely to see who can actually get the better of this mid. Top lane, quite a bit of harassment coming out here by 1-3-3-7. There's a stun as well as an iron shell coming out. This might actually be the first blood. They're going to be chasing this. The creeps block it. The creeps block Santo, and the first blood goes the way of 1-3-3-7. This will actually give him his boots if he wants to go straight for the boots. And that will make him a danger in this lane because he'll be able to roam around. He'll be, there you go, boots are up. He'll be able to put a lot of pressure up towards this top lane. And with this Darks here, you know, laning like this, it's extremely strong. Meanwhile, mid lane, wraparound wall did come through from Schlinks. They did actually drop down a sentry to see if there was any other sentries placed. I don't know if they did manage to, if one was placed, if one was dewooded or not. Schlinks is standing just outside of the tower range the whole time, just skirting this edge here, wanting to just get a hit or two onto the puck. And he does have an Orb of Venom, so it does actually help out quite a bit. Meanwhile, Kota's getting free from here towards the bottom lane itself, sitting on 7-4, getting quite a bit of denies, 8-4. Enigma leading the charge, no surprise there, sitting on 9-1. Going to lane now will actually get a little bit more experience than he can from the lane, a little bit more last hits and money as well. K has to be careful because, of course, he does have one level up in Rocket Barrage, so it's going to be very difficult for the side of VNR to actually dive him. And Muzzy just gets harassed out of the lane. They really need to put down a sentry ward to try and just deal with the Slinks. And he's just going to be waiting. There you go. He's going to get a couple of right-click Slinks. He's going to get right-click back. And that's literally what Muzzy has to do. He does not have any levels up in Waning Rift. Oh, wait, top lane. We might see another engagement. Is there any stun? I think it was already used. And Santo should be okay there. So what you do sometimes see the mids do is, especially if there is a Riki, is just to get, I mean, well, not necessarily the Riki, because the Riki's invis, of course. There's an early passive, but wait, before we say anything else, there's a TP on to the bottom lane. Slaughter is here. He's busy wrapping around. He, of course, does have full Tranquil boots up. But, nope, I don't think they'll be able to get this. I might have been scouted out. Was that a TP? No, it wasn't scouted out. If Chadawi pushes in too far here, he might actually die from this. And there's a wraparound. Razu's actually going to be going in. Oh no, the creeps were counter-pulled. Creeps are counter-pulled. And unfortunately, Chadawi now, that means, is not going to be pushing up a little bit further. Very well played. Pulling up the creeps towards this side. Keeping Chadawi on this end of the river. And, well, Muzzy actually might be in a lot of trouble right now. Muzzy is going to be the first person to die in this mid-matchup. The Queen of Pain versus the Puck. Pigs are coming through. That time Ricky wasn't even there to help out. Ricky's just hit level 2, keeping a skill point and probably wondering should he go for smoke screen or blink strike. And yeah, they actually have to be very careful right now. Castaway does not have a lot of mana, but he is sitting with 2 null talismans, so he's actually right clicking like a beast here. There's an illusion rune top. Puck does not have a bottle up at this point, also going for 2 null talismans. Just trying to even it out here towards the middle lane, because otherwise you're going to get completely out and out, completely right click. But there you go, Castaway actually jumping in, going for the kill. And there's the silence actually onto the Puck right now. Puck's trying to get out, but is there going to be a stun in? There's the stun onto the Queen of Pain's actually going to be the first one to drop. Now it's going to be a double kill. 2 heroes down. Actually not going to be a full-on double kill. Sorry about that. And the Puck also managed to get out of that one alive. He's busy ticking out. Does manage to use phase shift. Only level 1, but good rotation coming in from the Slaughter. Managing to set up a kill for himself as well as a kill for Muzzy. Yes, Muzzy got the last hit on that one. And I think that might actually just give Muzzy his bottle, but he decided, no, going straight into boots. He already has 2 null talismans up. He, can't afford a bottle right now. But then again, you're a puck. I mean, you do have an illusory orb. Do you necessarily need boots? Oh, Crystal Maiden's pull right now. Actually just going to be a stack, hitting it at the 56-second mark. And nope. A little bit too early, buddy. Wazoo messing up that stack, so he's just going to be farming it up right now towards the bottom lane. Cotter leading the last hit chart at this point with 32 and 8. Let's quickly jump onto the stream to see if anyone has any issues or if everything is looking good. Quickly just focus here on Castaway on the middle lane for now. Cool, so nothing that I can see dramatic going on stream. No one is flaming, no one is shouting. Audio is off, audio is wrong, but let's have a look here towards the top lane. We might actually see some kind of engagement. There you go, actually hitting it onto the, so the Shadow Shaman's hitting the shackles, but a double stun coming through as well. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. Lead might just be in trouble. 1337, sorry, actually no, someone else called Lead. That spot basically the same way, 1337. Busy running away. What level rocket is this though? Only level 1 rocket, just a little bit of control. But still, getting a kill there. I mean, roughly 500 net worth win. But Queen of Pain getting a kill onto Castaway towards the middle lane. My mouse sensitivity is extremely high. Sorry, I forgot to set that before the game. And Puck, I don't think had phase shift there. Another kill that I've just missed. Wow. Okay, I got the middle one, but I missed the bottom one. Cotter getting a kill onto Chadawi. Chadawi does a black hole. Of course, he didn't use it, but here we go. Smoke up, instantly being scouted out. The range from that shackle. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. Muzzy is trying to get a kill here onto Ricky. There is no dust. There is nothing to scout him out, unfortunately. And that would have been a dead Ricky if they just had something. Trying to scan out. Very good use of the scan there by the Radiant, just to try and make sure, or to try and scout out where the Ricky is. They actually do catch him on the tail end of that scan, but with no vision. That's why Muzzy moved up towards the top lane, trying to snipe him. And with a level 3 illusory orb doing 210 damage, yeah, they actually might have been able to get the kill. Wazoo here on the Crystal Maiden, busy farming up in the jungle at this point. Let's have a quick look here at the wards. Both observer wards placed right next to each other. Sentry ward here towards the top lane, trying to scout out this movement a little bit more. Santo did manage to actually get a kill here onto the top lane. Mr. K, I'm going to call him, like I said. Mr. K is on low HP, but unfortunately Darkseer won't be able to pressure him out with Shadow Shaman there. Getting 2 levels up in shackles, so going for that max duration 3.5 seconds. Quite interesting that he didn't go for a hex. I mean, comboing the 2 up does actually give you a longer duration. But of course shackles does do a bit more damage. We might just see a point into hex at around level 5. Meanwhile, middle lane, they are jumping in onto the Queen of Pain. Is the Queen of Pain silenced up? She will be able to blink out, and she's just dodging this. Will actually use the haste drone. Busy healing up, going for that invis, and she'll be out of there. I mean, they actually blew quite a lot. They blew the Dream Coil, used the Waning Rift, used the Illusory Orb, got the stun off, and well, that's it. Muzzy, now they're actually trying to engage onto Muzzy right now. Muzzy does silence up the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain might actually be stunned right now. There's the stun. There is no blink. There was only a Sonic Wave, but Sonic Wave wouldn't have actually killed anyone. Castaway just pushing up a little bit too far. Just playing a little bit too greedy with that haste run, trying to, juke and have quite a bit of fun. But I think if this was before the DGL rules came in, probably Muzzy would have said easy. But of course, there is no all chat allowed in that sense, of course, unless you need to pause, etc., etc., etc. Cotter does have full Pullman shield up, phase boots, as well as a blink dagger going in for a Vlad's, it seems like here. Oh, headdress, yeah. And Schlink's just leeching XP with... Oh. Wanted to go for that, lost it. And filled. Let's quickly let's jump to the stream quickly and see what everyone says there. People saying, yeah, I know K as well. I know K as well. Dire scan being used does actually scout out Panda. And towards the bottom lane. So everyone's just a little bit passive at this point. Most of the kills I think have come from or been in the mid lane. Castaway sitting on 2 and 2. Muzzy sitting on 2 and 2 and 1. So does have the one extra assist. I heard. Yeah. Cotter's just busy farming up. Never mind. It's like saying into rush maybe. But quite passive. I think WRG's noticed, okay, then they shouldn't play as aggressively as they were early on. They should just fall back, farm it up. But considering it's sitting around the 10-minute mark at this point, let's have a look at the net worth chart. Top of the net worth charts, Cotter. On this Ursa, free farming Ursa for the majority of the game. Just want to quickly scout out top. Yeah, no engagements happening there. So Cotter sitting on top with 4,800, followed up by the jungling Enigma. Once again, no surprise here by Chadawi. 4,100, 4,000 on Mr. K himself, and then 3,700 on the Queen of Pain. But here we actually do see an engagement coming through. There's the call out. They actually do manage to get the one kill. Panda might be in quite a bit of trouble, but the Queen of, well, not the Queen of Pain. The Puck actually does go in, drop the Dream Call. Want to go onto the Gyrocopter, but there, the Black Hole is coming through from Chadawi onto the Puck. Puck might be in quite a lot of trouble. He's going to try and get the last hit onto the Gyrocopter, onto K. It's not going to be enough. A lot of ultimates were dropped there. Castaway jumping in towards the backline, getting the final kill. That is, I think, actually going to be a 3-for-1 or 2-for-1. I thought someone else died. Well, a lot of ultis dropped there. Just saying. And Cotter is trying to go in onto Santo. Santo, of course, does have shackles, and he's going to be forced to use it, but unfortunately, it still means his death. Once again, if you had a Hex there, buddy, you would have been actually been able to get out of that one, but going for a... I don't know. I'm going to call it a pushing lineup, going for max level or 3 levels up in Ether Shock. I don't agree with that. If you did have a Hex, you might have actually been able to get away from that one. You probably still would have died, but hey. At least it gives you a fighting chance. Puck, on the other hand, still on his way towards his boots, as well as a Midas queued up. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain, what is Cop going for? Already has a Veil of Discord. Coop currently sitting on 4,700, 1,700 ahead of the Puck. So doing quite well for himself. And, well, top lane, are we going to see any kind of engagement here? Darkseer taking a lot of damage. Only one level up into Midnight Pulse. Darkseer has to run away very fast, but 1337 himself. That's 4 levels up in Rocket Barrage. There's the cooldown. It's actually going to hit the Slardar with 1 hit, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. And the counter there from Cotter, he wanted to jump in, wanted to go onto Chadawi, 2 stacks, and the Gyrocopter 1 stack up in Fury Swipes. Schlink's wrapping up towards the backline. He was hoping someone was going to use the Shrine. But nope, he's just keeping eyes out, letting everyone scan everything at this point. Slardar, we actually did see a career kill earlier on. I think I missed that one, sorry. Slardar's still working his way up towards that Blink Dagger. And this scan is used just to check if the Ricky was in the area. The Ricky effect. Smoke's used up right now by Castaway and Santo. Why is my Smooth Dragon Spectate not on? Really irritating me at this point. I'll get that sorted by the next game. Sorry about that one, guys. Top lane, Cotter busy scouting out, has his overpower on at this point, hoping that someone will actually jump in, but nope. TP's in towards middle, gets the farm up. The Radiant or the Dire actually scan out, and there you go. Darkseer, he's going to be burst down, and it's left towards Castaway. Castaway at this point on a killing spree, working his way up towards a Yule Scepter. And slowly but surely, looking at the net worth, the overall net worth graph, it's increasing to around 2,000 in favor of WRG. It's not a massive lead at this point, but it's exactly what they wanted, especially with the Gyrocopter sitting near the top of the net worth chart, not that far behind Ursa. And with the Dragon Lance up, working up towards the Hurricane Pike, we'll build into damage after that, most likely, or go for an early BKB. Oh, Schlinks. Schlinks actually scouts out Cotter, moving into the rush pit. And here are the TPs coming in. Let's actually zoom out just a little bit and have a look. Chadawi does have a blink dagger. Is he going to just jump in onto Ursa? No, they actually do scout this out. Is Chadawi going to go for a steal? There's the dust onto Ricky right now. Ricky goes in with his tricks on the trade. We're waiting for the jump. Rosh is nearly down, and they do decide to back off. There you go. Castaway jumps in, gets a massive kill. The cooldown is there as well. That's 2 heroes down. Crystal Maiden has fallen. Schlink, is he going to jump in? No, Chadawi on the backline gets 2 heroes in the black hole. That's going to be Slaughter down, as well as the dogs here. That's all of the side of VNR. Full team wipe, WRG, and they will take the rush. I did not even make sense. I don't even know what I said. Very well played, very well positioned by Chadawi, moving up towards this side because he knew this area would be covered up by the gyrocopter, so the engagement will probably take place there. Getting 2 heroes up in the black hole, and well, very well played there from WRG, sitting top 3 in the net worth at this point. And unfortunately, Ursa just getting completely blown up there. Doing all the work, and WRG just takes the glory.
Is under attack.
Well, let's have a look. What are the next items coming up here? Ring of Aquila is up for the Ricky, working up towards that Diff Blade, of course. Santo getting that Blink Dagger, trying to get more initiation power, more jump or catch presence. Oh, Panda. Panda gets scouted out. Are we going to see any kind of engagement? No, jumping in onto the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden sitting at level 7 at this point. He will actually die, but there's the Darkseer wall. There's no vacuum up. Well, there was a vacuum up. They actually do manage to get the counter kill. Crystal Maiden is still alive for some reason, but there's the Quap actually does snap the ultimate coming up from the puck, and the Crystal Maiden eventually dies. A stun coming onto 2 heroes, or only onto the Queen of Pain at this point. And the tricks of the trade is used, but Castaway does, well, basically Castaway blinks up towards the backline, gets his H's popped, and it's a 2-for-2 trade-off. Kotta trying to go into the Queen of Pain. Is there any kind of lockdown? Nope. Here comes the Gyrocopter, uses his ultimate, calling down onto 2 heroes at this point. Kotta trying to do as much damage as possible onto Schlinks. He gets stunned up. Unfortunately, Panda is going to be the next person to die. Muzzy, he's in a lot of trouble right now. He does have illusory orb if he needs to use it, but it's not going to be enough. Mino Kotta, though, onto the backline. He's completely left out, and Schlinks is just taunting him, but Schlinks actually dies because of the Darkseer shell. A 3-for-2 trade-off, if I'm not mistaken. A 5-for-3 trade-off. Sorry about that. But looking at the gold swing, it's not that much in favor of WRG because they're so far ahead, and they actually managed to get a kill up onto the Queen of Pain. So, worth? I don't know. I think so. Any kind of trade-off that's sort of even when you're behind is worth it for the side of VNR. K though, K might be in quite a bit of trouble. Darkseer is going in. He of course does have a Iron Shell on him. He uses his Vac as well. Are they going to commit to that? Yes, they are. Muzzy comes in, uses his Dream Call as well. But Gyrocopter is there. All of a sudden, getting the call down onto 2 heroes. And, well, Crystal Maiden's using his Freeze. Whoa, Muzzy be able to get a double kill. He dies. They really needed some kind of, I don't know, some kind of something. More lockdown, more burst. And unfortunately, Slaughter was up on the top lane. Ursa wasn't there. It was so close. They could have been able to, they could have got a double kill. Sorry for that. My throat. Well, let's quickly focus back and see what can VNR do. Ursa moving up slowly but surely towards the Desolator. Should probably pick up a Blightstone here. Just to have that Blightstone, of course, will help out tremendously. He does have a slot available for it. Looking up towards the Slaughter, nothing queued up just yet. I think he'll wait and see if he's going to go for a Crimson Guard or what other items he's actually going to be building up towards. More negative armor, more armor for his team, more reduction for his team, or is he just going to go for a Blade Mill to start off with? In my opinion, I'd probably just try and pick up a Blade Mill to try and deal with the burst damage coming through from the Gyrocopter as well as the Queen of Pain. Crystal Maiden picking up the ulti at level 8. Getting the Freezing Field, working up towards that Glimmer Cape. Darkseer working towards this Blink, of course. It's going to take quite a while. He has to move in towards the jungle. They have a really farm heavy and greedy lineup here. Lots of heroes that actually need blink. And last but not least, Puck. I mean, Puck had a good start off to this game, and he's still sitting second net worth in his team, but sitting on 5,100 versus, hey, guess who? Enigma sitting on 10,600. That he's leading the chart. Building up towards a Shiva's God for himself. Does have a Hand of Midas. How many Midases do we have here, guys? I really don't want to check. I'm not going to check even. I'm not going to compare it. It's going to be ridiculous. And Shadow Shop. Extremely poor. Third from the bottom of the net worth chart. Just sitting with his boots up at this point. Isn't that a blink on its way towards him? There you go. There you go. Blink up on the Shadow Shaman. Just about to say, boots don't cost like 3,000, but there's an engagement coming through. They're actually jumping in onto the Enigma. They managed to get the burst without the Black Hole coming through. Will they actually get anything further from this? Darkseer, of course, does have a mech. He uses it just to survive. Unfortunately, Slardar's in a lot of trouble. The burst coming through from the Queen of Pain onto two heroes. However, Muzzy will actually be able to get another kill. But once again, the Gyrocopter here, this is just absolutely ridiculous. The Rocket Barrage is permanently on, getting so many Rocket Barrage charges off. And there you go, Queen of Pain. No, that's actually not Queen of Pain. Gyrocopter getting the kill with the Maelstrom proc. I just want to have a look here. I mean, the Rocket Barrage cooldown is 5.5 seconds. It lasts for 3 seconds. So you only have to wait 2 seconds, 2.2 seconds, and your Rocket Barrage is up again. It's just ridiculous amounts of burst, and they can't fight. They have a Darkseer that wants to frontline. They have a Slardar that wants to frontline. They have a Ursa that wants to frontline. And how do you frontline on a Gyrocopter that has Rocket Barrage? And if you get too close, if you get too hurt, she's just going to Hurricane Pike you away. Building up towards that Aghanim Scepter. Oh, it's going to be ridiculous. Well, let's have a look. 2,000 gold away from the Ags. We'll be able to just drop it. Probably just combo it with a Ricky. And let's have a look through the rest of the items. We were busy catching up. Queen of Pain does have a Veil of Discord, Yule Scepter of Divinity, as well as going up for the Orchids. So going for a very utility-oriented build here. Getting the Veil off, getting a Yule's off if need be. Getting the Silence off, Silence most likely onto, for example, the Puck, the controllers. Gyrocopter, we've already spoken about. Building up, Maelstrom has a Hurricane Pike, will actually knock out a quarter HP on the Crystal Maiden with a rocket. And this Enigma, oh my word, this Enigma is so fun. Octarine Core, of course, reduces the cooldown of the spells, but I have to say VNR managed to get the pick off on the Enigma before that fight even started. And, well, looking at the net worth, it's just going one way at this point, in WRG's favor. And VNR has to be more active. They have to try and move around. They have to try and split this up just a little bit. But the problem is with the catch and with the jump that WRG has, with the Queen of Pain, with the Shadow Shaman, with all the blinks, that's it. Ursa might be in quite a bit of trouble at this point. There you go. Is the sheep going to be there? Blink sheep. It's going to be into shackles. Serpent wards dropped and caught up. You're dead, buddy. 3 heroes down. And where did the Puck die? Puck died all the way here towards the top. So with 3 more heroes down, the side of WRG, they're going to be pushing up top. They're going to be mid's already taken. Bottom's already taken. Top's the last tier 2 tower. Rush will be up again in roughly around a minute. And it's 23 minutes into this game. WRG, not quite sure what VNR can do here. They do have quite a bit of high ground defense, but they don't have any damage to actually kill everyone, in my opinion. I don't think they really need more right-click damage. They only have Ursa, which is a single target hero. But who do you target? Do you target the Queen of Pain? Do you target the Gyrocopter? Do you target the Enigma? You have a lot of control, but the damage is lacking a bit. However, Gyrocopter might just get big enough that a Darkseer wall might actually hit the Gyrocopter illusions, might just kill everyone. Slinks, what are you doing chopping down trees? Of course they can see you. That's just, of course, to give the vision here, because that tree is blocking this area around here. And let's quickly jump onto stream chat. Well, nothing much going on there, guys. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm Reddit, of course. This is the TELKOM DOTA 2 Masters White Rabbit Gaming versus Veneration eSports. I mean, this Ricky hasn't got a lot of kills, sitting on 3, 3, and 9. But just being able to give them the vision, show them where, literally second from the bottom in regard to kills. But this vision game, this Ricky factor, this... I actually want to check, can I check fantasy points? Oh, okay, so Ricky's not that high just yet. Funnily enough, 1337 is leading the fantasy charts here. But let's go back down to net worth. Once again, Schlink's just keeping vision on this area, making sure that WG doesn't get flanked. Okay, picking up the Aegis of the Immortal. Does have his Aghanim Scepter up, so let's wait for a couple of Axe drops. Only 36 second cooldown on this. Freaking ridiculous. Gyrocopter OP. Calling it now. TI7 strats, Gyrocopter. Well, let's have a look and see if there's going to be any full-on engagements coming through. They do need to wait for the creep wave, and here it is. Creep wave incoming. Gyrocopter just bursting down the creep wave, of course, using that Rocket Barrage. Rocket Barrage once again is up. But the creep wave's down, and this is what VNR can do, is they can burst the creep wave. I just don't think they can actually take any kills. Let's quickly, where's that Smooth Drag when spectate on? Smooth Drag when spectate, Smooth Drag when spectate. I can't find it! Smooth Drag when spectate. Why did I... There you go. Hey, guys! We have Smooth Drag when spectate. I have no idea why that was turned off again. I think I defaulted some of my settings because my keys were not working. But now we can actually do this again. Yay! And the crowd goes wild. Gyrocopter working up towards a full-on Mjolnir. They'll probably throw that to whoever the Ursa's jumping on, trying to get the most procs out of it as possible. And they know they have to burst down this creep wave before VNR can get any hits onto the tower. But it's constantly just 1-2 hits, then they back off. Unfortunately, this time, not all the creeps were killed. They do drop the Serpent Wards, but the Glyph's also there. And there you go, Blink in from Santo onto the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden's taking quite a bit of damage, but the Gyrocopter as well. Mino towards the backline. Connor's going in, but unfortunately the Black Hole manages to catch Connor. Connor's in a lot of trouble. The Dogs here, wall back in. Unfortunately, Queen of Pain ultimate not hitting anyone. Crystal Maiden coming in from the backline. That's a 1-for-3 trade-off, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough because there's a Gyrocopter coming back with Aegis. Mazi might be in quite a bit of trouble right now, and I think he's going to pop, as well as they did manage to get another kill here. Dogs here, is the Stride actually activated? Yes, it is. It's actually keeping him alive. Chadawi is still alive from all of that. He nearly dropped. They did manage to lose the tier 3 racks. But are we going to see any kind of rotation, any kind of anything? Connor jumping in, getting a stop, but he gets used up instantly. Connor might be in a lot of trouble right now. If he actually dies from this, this might just be a good game. No, he manages to get a kill onto the Enigma. Now they want to turn around. The Queen of Pain is in a lot of trouble as well. Connor will actually drop from this, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. Queen of Pain does manage to get out of that one. That's 2 diebacks. It might actually be more. Panda's on the retreat. Panda's busy running. Unfortunately, it might actually be enough. He needs to heal up. There you go. Use the pipe. You're still okay. They lose mid-racks, but at what cost? All of the buybacks, 2 diebacks for 4. Unfortunately, the Aegis. I mean, I didn't think that they had that much damage, but fighting up on the low ground with the Crystal Maiden just standing here, getting a good freezing field off, good vac wall combination coming in as well. They actually managed to pull off a reasonable defense, but it just was not enough. Losing the mid-racks, and that's just going to open up the split push coming in from the bottom as well as the top. So in most cases, if you do manage to get the mid with an Aegis, that's perfect because that means mid's always going to be pushing in, and then you split push top and bot because people will have to focus either mid or bot or top or bot. Top or mid, sorry. And that just allows you to constantly chip away at the damage the whole time. Well, Let's have a look at the net worth chart at this point, sitting at 30,000 in favor of WRG, over 30,000, moving up. To be honest, this game is nearly as good as done. However, with all the kill streaks and everything going, well, considering I think Gyro's still on a kill streak. Yeah, 12-0. If they can kill off this Gyrocopter, it's going to be a lot of money, and they can start bringing it back. I mean, the comeback mechanics of Dota 2 is still quite big, and it does still help quite a bit. Nazi, pew! No, access denied. But can they actually get that jump? 1-3-3-7, jumping in onto the Queen of Pain, not the right hero. Of course, there is another black hole coming through here, so let's zoom out and let's see if we can get a good black hole. Good position coming through from the side of VNR, splitting themselves up so that they don't all clump in for a good black hole. But the blink in onto the park right now. Another, they're actually going in the black hole. Black hole only catching onto one hero, it's onto the Queen of Pain. And, oh, it was not onto the Queen of Pain, it's onto the Crystal Maid. The Queen of Pain does use her ultimate. Once again, not onto anyone, but they still managed to pick off 3 heroes. And this is going to be Ursa with no buyback. He smoked up. GG, well played, coming through as well. That just happened so fast. Black hole was used to jump in. Ricky just doing so much damage, getting 2 kills there. Getting a triple kill there towards the end as well. And the Gyrocopter just proving to be worth a pick. The zone, the ultimates. The Queen of Pain ultimate misfiring a couple of times there, but they didn't completely need it. Very well played, very clinical play coming through from WRG. Guys, stay tuned for game number 2. It will be coming up shortly. White Rabbit Gaming versus Veneration eSports. Can Veneration take it to a game 3, or is White Rabbit Gaming going to continue their dominating streak and end it 2-0? 30 minutes into this game. How long is the next game going to be? Guys, stay tuned. I'm Reddit. This was, of course, the TELKOM Dota 2 Masters. Game 2 up shortly.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in the shade. Going louder, we are all one color. Standing in the way. Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion, following the light that sets me
Radiant team pick.
Okay, everyone, and welcome back. This is, of course, Game 2 between Veneration eSports and White Rabbit Gaming. The TELKOM DOTA 2 Masters tournament here. The bans, Trade Protected Legion Commander once again being banned out. Veneration. White Rabbit Gaming decided to take out the Magnus as well as the Enigma this time. Veneration pick up the Juggernaut as their first pick, Crystal Maiden being picked up by White Rabbit Gaming to follow up. Are we going to see a counter pick? We have seen WRG doing this quite a few times, where they either ban out the entire draft that they just played, or they pick up the enemy's draft that the enemy just lost to them against. Have seen that quite a bit from the side of WRG, trolling, so to speak, sometimes to a very amusing audience, and sometimes it has cost them not the games itself, but actually made the games a lot harder than it needs to be. Let's see what's WRG going to be picking up next. Is it going to be that Slaughter? Quickly make sure everything's good on the stream. No, it's actually going to be an Alchemist here. Is this going to be a carry alch? The battle alch that we saw fail so miserably up against OG versus Virtus Pro in the finals. I think in game 1 I said it was OG EG finals. Why did I say OG EG finals? Yeah, we saw Virtus Pro picking up the Battle Alchemist and not really working so well. But Veneration decide, well, they pick up a Juggernaut as well as a Monkey King, two of the most popular heroes in this current meta. Juggernaut's not really OP or overpowered. He's just all around stable, early game, mid game, as well as late game. He can do a lot either way. Let's jump quickly to the stream and see how things are going there.
Reserve time. Dire team ban.
So, everything seems to be smooth. Everything seems to be good. Let's jump back into game. White Rabbit Gaming pick up the Vengeful Spirit. Ban out the Vengeful Spirit. Sorry about that. Getting Aura down. Getting swaps out. Quite interesting. Is this going to be Batrider game? I don't know. Venge, in my opinion, is a powerful support. Even comboing it up with a Monkey King. Getting the ultimate off of the Monkey. If anyone runs out, Venge can always swap them back in. Veneration decides to ban out the Ricky this time. Don't want any of the Ricky shenanigans, the Invis heroes, the scouting, the mobile ward. Getting rid of that during the second phase. Quite surprised that WG didn't decide to pick that up once again. But maybe feeling that they don't necessarily need to have the Ricky. WG, White Rabbit Gaming, ban out the Timbersaw next. Quickly having a look here. I mean, Timbersaw does combo well with MK, with the Monkey King, getting the ultimates, both of the ultimates off. It does stack on top of each other, meaning it does work well in conjunction with each other. The slow, then the Monkey King ultimate, the burst damage coming through from the Timbersaw on top of that, Juggernaut spin, Juggernaut ultimate. It is quite a decent amount of damage and control that you do have. So I actually do like that ban coming from WG quite a bit. Veneration ban out the Omni Knight. They don't want any sneakiness, any Omni Knights, offlane Omni Knights, building into Rads. I mean, I actually had Omni Knight down to be the hero with the highest win rate in my compendium. That did not go as planned at all, because everyone started running offlane Omni with Radiant. But yeah, White Rabbit Gaming decided to pick up the Tusk in their first pick during the second phase. Veneration, are we going to see them picking up their supported offlaner right now, or is it? I mean, in most cases, you want to leave your mid until last, unless you want to show it up early. But a lot of teams will literally leave their mid till the last hero to try and counter, because your mid heroes become the hero that actually has the most net worth in the game, that has the most farm during the early and the mid game stage. Even through to late game, in most cases, you'll still see your mid laner actually having the highest net worth.
5 seconds remaining.
So getting a secure pick on that, I think, in my opinion, is worth it.
Reserve time.
But there's the bat. That's why the Venge was banned out. And I think Veneration, I mean, do they just pick up the Invoker from Muzzy? Do they just go with it? I mean, they have a Disruptor. They've got good heroes that can actually combo up with that Invoker itself. Or do you go with something more generic? Do you go for a Ember Spirit? Do you go for more damage, more DPS? Even a Dragon Knight could work in their lineup, getting more frontline, more tank, more core heroes up on that mid to combo up with the Monkey King as well as the Juggernaut. But the problem is you have a Tusk that can save. You have an Alchemist, Acid that will be reducing your armor and doing damage to you. Crystal Maiden Nova. Batrider that will jump you as well. And once again, also the Tusk that can control with the shot. So Veneration's got a difficult decision up ahead of them. Do they pick up their offlaner right now, or do they pick up their mid? In my opinion, I would try and go for another controlling offlaner. Centaur might be good to work with a Disruptor, work with the Monkey King, reduce the aura, but they actually pick up the Nyx. So they'll have a lot of scouting potential coming through between the Monkey King and the Nyx. But the Monkey King has to be careful, because Tusk can get him off the trees. Batrider can kill the trees as well with Firefly. And if Bat's going to kill all the trees, and if you don't actually get away from the Batrider while she's busy cutting the trees down, you're stunned for 5 seconds. It is 5, right?
Reserve time.
Stand for 4 seconds. I thought it was 5. Either way, I do like this bat, especially bat will probably get a gem up a little bit later on. With the gem, the Vision, Monkey King will be in quite a bit of trouble, as well as the Nyx. But the Nyx Assassin pick up here is a good counter towards the bat, getting the Spike Carapace off, running in towards the Flame Guard, or the Firefly, sorry. We'll be able to stun the bat off, but I mean, you have to be extremely quick with that, because if bat blinks, lassos, full stops instantly, she's already half a screen length away from you. White Rabbit Gaming decide to ban out the Invoker. I do like that ban. And Veneration go for the Lifestealer ban, so thinking this is going to be a mid-alk. And Lifestealer and the Tusk combo is good, but I mean, any carry and the Tusk is good, because Tusk can snowball you in, you don't necessarily have to infest. I think White Rabbit's going to go for a carry alk here. I don't know why, it just seems something that WRG would do.
5 seconds remaining.
So for those of you guys, there's a person asking on stream, what's TELKOM? So TELKOM is an ISP here in South Africa. I know you're probably trolling, but just in case you are an international viewer, TELKOM is the biggest ISP in South Africa, and they host a Masters tournament, a Masters League throughout the year, with I think roughly around, I might be mistaken here guys, please correct me if I'm wrong, around 2 million rand prize pool up this year for between the different tournaments, CSGO, DOTA, as well as the smaller Masters held. That's roughly around, let's say, $150,000. It is, though, for the entire year's worth. It's not a single tournament for that, so you have to play for the entire year. Keep your seeding, play in the smaller LAN tournament itself for around $10,000 prize pool. And from there, the total prize money is around 150,000 US, which is a decent amount of money, but it's still a lot of work, and a lot of work that the players have to put in. And big shout out to TELKOM for, of course, hosting these amazing tournaments itself. Shadow Fiend, Rian Fisser, aka Doms, called the Shadow Fiend for a WRG in game 1. Unfortunately, this time it's going to be a Muzzy essay for Veneration. What's blah, 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 blah. What is White Rabbit Gaming going to pick up now? Is it actually going to be a mid-hero? I really have a feeling it's going to be a carry alk.
Templar Assassin.
No, why you disappoint me? Oh, wait. Yes, it is a carry alk. Ha! Ha! I'm right. Oh, just hashtag WRG things, boys. Costaway going in with a mid-TA while playing up the Alchemist. Let's see if his name has changed, or if I'm going to be calling him K the whole game. Santa up on the Tusk. Schlinks on Crystal Maiden. And last but not least, for the side of WRG, come on, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Chidawi. Anyway, Chidawi on the Batrider. Kotta's running the safe lane for Veneration. For Veneration up on the Juggernaut. 1337. He actually had a very good game in game number 1 up on the Monkey King. Wait.
10 seconds remaining.
This is probably going to be a swap. This is definitely going to be a swap.
5 seconds remaining.
But currently, Muzzy's playing Disruptor, Panda's up on the Nyx Assassin, and Santo's playing Shadow Fiend. Not quite sure what's going on here, but let's have a look. Wait for the game to start to see if there's going to be any kind of swap. No all chat going on, so no misclicks. No tinker, Jabba. No tinker. I see him also saying there. And is it actually... Are they actually going to swap? Are they going to swap? Yes, there you go. Santa's up on the Disruptor. I was just about to say, what the actual... And yeah, there you go. Muzzy is on the Shadow Fiend with Santa on the Disruptor. That looks a lot better. And let's see here. Anyone going in for smoky, sneaky plays? I actually think the side of... nah, they won't. Monkey King. Running around here as a courier. Standard donkey. Busy scouting everything out. I like Monkey King.
seconds to battle.
But did Santa have to go all the way back to her? I was completely... Wait, what? All the pings are out? Did he actually pick up the... Anywho, I don't care. Shadow Fiend will be getting up the top run. It's going to seem like no sneakiness. Everyone's just getting their own runes. And the game's about to start here, guys. This is, of course, Game 2. Between WRG and VNR. Let's jump in to the game. Castaway versus Muzzy. In my opinion, I actually do think that TA does have an early advantage, and if TA can get the advantage properly, can actually dominate a Shadow Fiend quite a bit with the meld strikes or the well, actually going for level 1 Cyblades, trying to do a lot of damage up onto Muzzy as soon as possible. Normally you'd actually see a refraction charge coming up, just getting that extra damage, but you don't need that extra damage if you're going up against a level 1 Shadow Fiend, because Shadow Fiend's got a lot less than you. Quite a bit less than you, considering you have a full Wraith Band up. You know, though, bottom lane we did see Whelp under a lot of pressure here on this Alk, so very good read coming through from VNR, putting pressure onto the Alchemist. Alk has to be careful. If there is a double stun coming through, he might actually die from this. I have to keep my eyes open. There's going to be a lot of rotations, a lot of everything all over the place. Where's the first blood going to come from? Pings up here towards the top lane. Kota sitting with 2 charges. The big thing here, Kota, is don't run, turn around, attack, turn around, attack. Hey, that's exactly why you don't do that when you have 2 charges of sticky napalm on you. You literally just stand and don't turn because your turn rate is horrible. 1 charge up only this time. As soon as the second and third charge come up from the sticky napalm, it's going to start being a lot more difficult for him to actually stay in the lane and move at all. And there you see it. Chidawi just constantly putting pressure up here on Kota. And well, there's 5 stacks. Kota has to be very careful right now. Santa taking a lot of harassment, but Kota can't really do anything about this. Sticky napalm stacks are off right now, so he'll be okay. And Schlicks busy farming up in the jungle, leaving Whelp here on the bottom lane to go up against the Nyx Assassin solo at this point. 1337 was roaming around quite a bit, trying to be a nuisance as much as possible. And Santo getting the top bounty rune. Very well played there, giving them just that extra amount of gold, extra net worth swing towards them. But bottom lane, are we going to see anything here? Whelp might be in a bit of trouble. He is, of course, quite... I mean, he has 800 HP, but do they have anything? There's the slow coming through from the Monkey King as well. Do they have any further follow-up? There is no stun here for the Nyx. Still going to be 10 mana away. Are they still going to continue on chasing? No. He has to be careful. There you go. Monkey King gets bashed up. And this might actually be the first blood coming through. Monkey King's in a lot of trouble. He gets rooted up. First blood is going the way of Whelp. Big problems here for the side of VNR. And, well, there's a counter kill. Kota getting the kill up on the Batrider. Just not in time to actually get that first kill. You know, towards this middle lane, though, let's have a look here. Muzzy sitting on only 10 charges up on Necromastery. So, roughly around 74 damage per... Well, I was just about to say, wow, that's a lot of damage. Roughly around 74 damage. And just look at the amount of damage Muzzy actually takes here when Castaway has a refraction up, because... Oh, when the refraction's up, he gets an extra 40 attack speed. Or 40 damage, sorry about that. But here the engagement's onto, once again, 1337. Just keeping an eye on him and just moving around wherever he is. WRG just pounces. And Whelp now in a lot of trouble here towards the bottom lane. So a lot of action going on all over the place. I think I'll probably have to keep my eye open everywhere. So the guys asking here on chat, does carry out go Radiant or go into more of a fighting build? In most cases, your safe lane Alk actually goes straight into a fighting build, doesn't go into Radiant. But it's up to the players. I mean, It'll depend what they want to do. Well, wait, Whelp's in a lot of trouble. He's busy juking it out. Gets the Quelling Blade. Jukes Panda. Panda gets one right click and he wants to go for more, but Whelp's just juking it even further and takes 3 or 4 tower shots to the face. People saying I was being trolled. Hey, I called Muzzy was going to switch. But that was pretty obvious. Well, Whelp's in a bit of trouble. Yeah, there you go. Whelp's dead. Quite interesting that Monkey King actually leaped over and then went down. I think he got such a big fright. So he was like, oh crap, I might actually die again here. But getting that kill for him, I mean, he was down 2 kills. Now he's only 1 and 2 at this point. That does give him his boots if he needs to. Depends, of course, what item set he's going to go for. And going back towards middle lane, double damage here up on the Temporal Assassin. That will allow the TA with Refraction to do over 200 damage a shot. 209 to be exact. And Muzzy, yeah, you have to fall back because if you take any side blades from this, it's going to be basically the death of you. Santos being dove right now by... Oh, Santos busy wait. Waz is busy... Yeah, Santo is busy diving Wazu. I was just like about to say, wait, what? Oh, Waz. Trolling me. Having so much fun. Bottom lane though, I mean, this Alchemist sitting on 23 and 0. Not having the easiest time, but still doing quite okay versus the next 24 and 4. So a full-on even switch up right now. But Whelp does scout out. The Monkey King doesn't actually manage to get the stun off. And Crystal Maiden wants to go in for more. Unfortunately, the Spike Carapace does manage to stop her. Now they're turning around. The double stun from the Nyx as well. Are they actually going to be able to kill Schlinks? Schlinks is going to be in a lot of trouble right now. Is it going to be 8 and 9? No, Schlinks actually dies from this. Now Whelp's in quite a bit of trouble. Castaway comes in to the rescue. The side blade attacks. 1337. He actually does manage to get a kill onto Whelp, but the problem is Castaway is going to get a double kill from this. One more attack needed. Oh! The poor man's shield procs coming through there. Castaway only getting the one, and the Alk dying yet again. I've never seen a poor man's shield paying so much dividends. Getting that actual block off as well, and unfortunately, well, Castaway not getting the double. It was extremely close. Not having the double damage rune this time. And pings coming out. Chadawi. Well, okay. Probably just because they're extremely low HP. We're going to see a Nyx. He is invis. You can't really do anything with the TA until right now. There you go. Stun as well as a hit. And TA is down. Muzzy gets the kill. So VNR flexing their muscles a bit here. I mean, controlling up the early game. Let's have a look at the net worth. Only 7 minutes in. But yeah, it's still very close. So we'll jump back to that in probably around 3 more minutes. 1337. Has to be careful. He, of course, doesn't get scouted out. Oh, the dire scan. Oh, no, wait. That's our own scan. Dire scan. I was about to say 1337 is going to jump into the dire scan, but... he's okay. Monkey King having that Blightstone, of course, does help out significantly. And Panda, I mean, he's going to be okay. Just standing in this acid, getting off Spike Carapaces whenever he needs to engage onto the Alk. Alk, of course, now does have level 6 up, so it's going to be a lot more difficult to actually kill him. But considering he's 1, 2, and 1, I think they'll be happy with that. But as soon as they put, well, leave pressure off this Alk, I mean, he's actually going for... well, farming Alk. So it's a safe lane farming Alk with Grievel's Greed. Quite interesting. Normally you would actually see a full battle Alk, not actually picking that up early on. But Crystal Maiden being blown up instantly. Whelp's just still standing there. He doesn't really care. There you go. He gets stunned up now by the Nyx Assassin, the Spy Carapace, as well as 1337 stunned. But 1337, of course, is only level 4, so only 1 level up there. With 2 levels up in Jingo Mastery. So only a 1er, not a 2fer. For the side of VNR, and top lane's busy pushing out Juggernaut. Still sitting on the top of the last hit charts at this point. 54 and 11. Up versus the 49 and 3 on the Bat Rider, but Bat's of course been in the jungle quite a bit. The 49 and 21 here up on the Temporal Assassin, once again having a double damage run up. Followed by the Alchemist. So top 2 in favor of VNR. Next 3 in favor of WRG. And we actually missed a kill there. Castaway getting a kill up onto the Monkey King. Monkey King, yeah, being scouted out by the ward. Naughty, naughty monkey. Let's have a look here. Kara, he of course does have an Omni Slash. He's waiting for the Firefly to wear off. If he wants to jump the Bat, will the Bat actually be able to survive that? I think Bat, yeah, Bat will. The amount of damage shouldn't be enough. And Panda just uses ultimate. I don't think he actually managed to get anything from there. So everyone going back, I mean, very, very aggressive early stage of the game. Looking at the net worth, top net worth once again is Kara here for the side of VNR. But followed very closely behind that by Muzzy and Santo. He might be in quite a bit of trouble. There you go. He gets stunned up and just instantly right-click. Kara is going to jump forward even further in regards to the net lead. But next on the chart here, it is going to be Templar Assassin with 4,400 and Alchemist with only 4,000. So Alchemist not having the easiest time here. Skilling his Grievel's Greed just to stay in the top 3. That's definitely not what you want as an Alch. Shadow Fiend followed up closely behind him by 4,100. We'll probably get a... what did he go for? 15 movement speed, not attack speed. Level 11, probably a presence in the dark. Yeah, probably going to be a aura. And 4 heroes here on the bottom lane for the side of VNR. They're going to be pushing in. Will they be able to get a kill up on the Alch? Alch right now has an omelet as well as his chemical rage up. So I think he should be okay. Quickly respond here. More TP supports coming in from the Batrider. Does not have Blink up at this point. Of course, I think they might have scouted out Monkey King busy wrapping around. But there you go. They jump in onto the Alchemist. Of course, the Disruptor is there. They blow up the Alchemist instantly. Disruptor ultimate cost. Muzzy didn't even need to do anything. But he TP's back in towards the middle lane. Castaway is in a lot of trouble right now. His shield gets instantly blown up here. We actually do see Panda falling on the bottom lane further. Castaway is in quite a bit of trouble. Do they have anything further? Here comes Cotta. He wants to get the kill. Castaway is dead. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off at both of the cores for an offlaner. Chidawi actually got a double kill on the bottom lane, but it's a 2-for-2. 2 cores for 2 supports. Well, a support and a core, technically. But looking at the net worth, still actually in favor of WRG, even though it's like 500, 600 around there. So that's completely negligible. That's less than a bottle at this point. So drop the bottle on TA, then it's completely even. But considering the early lead and the early advantage that VNR had, they have to be careful not to let the side of WRG do this. Farm up, farm up, farm up, farm up. With all of that just constantly happening and VNR wanting to fight, if they don't, oh, well, this is what they have to do. Kill the Crystal Maiden, push the towers, get objectives. Because WRG, I mean, they're okay here. They're going to be farming up. They know they'll do just fine with the Alchemist, but the problem is Alchemist is sitting under Chidawi in regards to net worth, and Alchemist literally at this point, you want to be roughly around 13 minutes, you want to be around 2 to 3 to 4,000 net worth above everyone. But you're nearly 2,000 net worth below the enemy Juggernauts. Moving into Rush at this point. Minus armor up on the Blightstone as well as on the Acid Spray. Will be an exchange for the tier 1 tower bottom. They actually do scout this out. Are we going to see any kind of further engagements coming in right now? Let's zoom out. Cotta is there. He has his level 2 Omni Slash, so this might actually help. But there you go. The Wukongs come on and onto a couple of heroes, and they actually do manage to do quite a bit of damage right now. Well, there's actually 2 heroes down at this point. The Omni Slash coming through from Cotta, landing onto Raj quite a bit. Is he going to be stunned up? Unfortunately not. Everyone is on such low HP. Shadowfiend, he has to run to try and get out of this one alive. And Rosh is extremely low. There you go. Shadowfiend actually does drop. And now Batrider wants to go in for more Monkey Kings and quite a bit of trouble. He, of course, does not have any mana to do anything from this. Is there going to be a glimpse up? Unfortunately not. Juggernaut does survive. Of course, he is out there, but he places his healing ward out. He should actually be able to finish up Rosh. Even with Chidawi doing what he needs to do. Well, Chidawi might actually scout out Monkey King. Monkey King pushing him back just a little bit. Are they going to be able to get the Aegis in time? Juggernaut does actually get it. He does have spin TP if he needs to. No, he doesn't actually have enough for spin TP, so he'll just go out, spin away, and that's the end of that. I missed quite a bit of damage that happened there in the start of the fight, putting the Shadow Fiend on such low HP, Cotter on such low HP. I think that was purely just due to the freezing field on top of the Alchemist, level 4 Acid Spray, Templar Assassin, the side blades with the refraction. It just does so much damage, and TA actually going for a blink before Deso. So TA wants to jump, but everyone else in the team wants to farm. I mean, in my opinion, pick up your full Deso. You do have an engager with the Batrider. You do have engaged with the Tusk. You have disengaged with the Tusk. Pick up your Deso and fight him. But Castaway, that's why he is a 6+K master here, considering he's 6K playing on around 200 plus ping most of the time. And missing last hits like a boss. Not joking. Let's have a look here. Monkey King gets scouted out right now. He wants to place a ward. And are they going to jump in onto him? Here you go. Batrider is there. He, of course, does have Firefly. Monkey King, buddy, I think you're dead, huh? Firefly gives flying vision. There you go. You have to actually get out of this one, Monkey King, before you get... Well, yeah, I don't even know how you get out of that. You're dead. Is that an early gem or was that a sentry? No, sentry was popped. So the ward that Monkey King placed, instantly eaten up, instantly denied. Of course, it did scout that out. However, it was a counter kill up for Santo here towards the top lane. And VNR not looking too bad at this point, but just look at the amount of damage coming through from Castaway. Double damage rune. Oh my word. Instantly blown up. Poor little Wazoo. Net worth, roughly around 1,000 in favor of VNR, so they do have the lead. But considering there's an Alchemist in the game, going for a full-on fighting build here. But it's quite interesting. You go for fighting build, but you build up Grievel's Greed. I'm a little bit conflicted in that. I mean, getting 4 levels up, maybe 1 level, yeah, sure. Getting Unstable Concoction, moving around and actually fighting a bit. But I don't think they actually gave him the opportunity because he was left alone in lane a lot more. So he had to go for the Grievel's Greed just to keep up in form. But Alchemist will slowly but surely move up a little bit as soon as he starts farming up like he is right now. He has a full SNY coming up towards him. SNY as well as Omelette going for very early game on at this point. And VNR say, well, you're pushing top tier 1 tower. We're going to push your middle tier 1 tower. Glyph is up for VNR. Glyph is up for WRG. Who can push this fast? Top lane, Glyph gets used. It's going to be falling soon. Glyph gets used. Middle, top's going to fall first. Any TP's coming through? No, they actually just want to go into the kill on the Monkey King once again. Monkey King dies. Castaway. Looking for that jump towards mid, but knowing it's suicidal if he actually jumps in there. Are they going to fall back here? Muzzy, he actually scouts out Whelp. Here's the Requiem of Souls. The blow up comes through. Whelp. Literally living up to his namesake and whelping at this point. Don't even know if that makes sense. Impale? Why didn't you? I think the pings came through. He missed an Impale on the TP, maybe? What? Rup. Connor still busy farming it up at this point. 7,000 or 9,700 net worth for him. 9,600 up for the SF. Both the 2 cores on the side of VNR looking extremely strong. Roughly around 1,000 below that. Temporal Assassin is there, but we'll have the full-on Deso up shortly. And with this Deso, the likes of Disruptor, the likes of Monkey King, they just blow up very quickly. Even the likes of the Shadow Fiend. I mean, TA can 1v1 a Shadow Fiend with full refraction charges. Just jump him, burst him down, and just completely destroy him. No, let's have a look at the next movements. Chidawi might be in a bit of trouble right now. He gets countered out by Muzzy. There you go, 1-3-3-7 also coming in. Raise 1, raise 2. Chidawi, he's still alive at this point. The Hadouken comes in, softens him up, gets the one last right click up for the Shadow Feed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And quickly having a look at what the guys on the stream are saying. The guys are asking, can you spectate in-game? Yes, you can. If you guys have people on your friends list, spectators are enabled. Just join the stream. That's well, join in-game, join the stream, whichever one. That's all good. And moving up right now. Sorry, just making sure that everyone on stream is still happy. Happy chappies. And Muzzy at this point, slowly sitting 5-1-4, doing very well for himself, leading the network charts. Top lane though, Castaway, they are actually going to be jumping in here onto Panda. Panda, is he going to be able to go inwards? Yes, he does, and he gets dusted up as well. There's the glyph back onto the Static Storm, as well as the ultimate coming, or the kinetic field coming through, getting the kill onto Mr. Castaway, and Santo getting blown up by Kota, getting that crit down. All of a sudden, VNR flexing their muscle, saying, hey guys, game number 2 is not going to be that easy. And regaining their network lead, but it's still a very, very, very small amount. The big thing here, though, is while everything's going on, the entire side of WSG, they're just farming it up. They don't... Sure, they just lost two kills, but they'll be okay. Making work of the Midas on the Batrider. Alchemist is slowly but surely increasing his farm. Going to overtake the Juggernaut soon, which, considering it's 21 minutes, isn't a big feat. Crystal Maiden, nah, not really doing anything there. But considering the Bats as well as the Alchemist doing as well as they are, I think WRG will still be okay-ish with this. But they need to get this Alchemist a lot more farmed. He needs to get his full AC up. He needs to start being in the fights. They need to start grouping up, moving together. And I don't think VNR is going to let them. VNR wants to push up here towards the top lane to Invis heroes here. And if VNR plays this right, they can take down the tier 2s, get Rush, push up down the middle lane, start putting chip damage onto the AJ or onto the tier 3s. But they have to be careful, because even with the chip damage on the tier 3s, oh, look at this. Panda sitting on that edge. If you move up just that little bit, then of course you get scouted out. But Panda seeing everything. Let's see how we're going to see any kind of jump in right now. There is a refraction if need be. They actually decide they get the call to say back, and Panda just runs out, of course. His Vendetta went off cooldown, so... No, they don't scout him. It's time to back, but there you go. TA trap wards here. We'll scout this out. And are we going to see a quick smoke wrap around Daru? Or are they just going to jump straight into Rosh? The Deso's up, the Blink is up from TA. And they just run straight into Rosh. Considering the advantage VNR has, where are the wards, boys? Team being extremely greedy. No wards up, no vision up for the side of VNR. When they have such a big advantage, that's a big misplay coming through from the side of VNR. Deciding to play more greedily, Disrupt picking up the point booster. He has a ward coming through right now. And I hate this, that you can't actually see cooldowns anymore. So you don't know if maybe they're all dewarded, maybe wards were out of stock. But, well, Muzzy going to try and blow up Whelp right now. Although Whelp does have the Aegis, it might still be worth it. There you go, Requiem of Souls in to blow the hell up. But Batrider jumps in, gets the BKB off onto Muzzy at this point. The Wukong's command actually trying to keep them away. Very, very well played there. He does have a Basher, and it does do quite a bit of damage. The Basher here on the Wukong's command, as well as the Disruptor ultimate available. It's a sick combo. No one else has died from that. They did lose the Aegis, and I think this, yeah, there you go. Juggernaut jumps straight back in, goes for the kill. Well, however, he wants to turn around, goes on to the next assassin, but the next assassin stands up. Well, at this point, who is going to actually be winning this team fight is going to be Connor versus Well. But they decide to back off. Only one hero has fallen from this. The Sentry Award was dropped from the side of VNR, and they, well, nope, yeah, they're all just going to back off. The side of VNR is just so much stronger in these team fights than WRG, and they have to press their advantage. I mean, can Nyx Assassin actually jump the Chadawi? The Chadawi? Nope, they all decided to back off. I don't think VNR should actually play the farming game, try and outfarm WRG. They're so much stronger in the team fights. The ultimate, sure, it is on cooldown, so they probably have to wait for the Disruptor ulti, which is coming up soon. Shadow Fiend ulti, as well as the Wukong's command. I think with those up, that's going to be a go for the side of VNR. Alchemist, what's he building into next? Full BKB. Guess what, buddy? It's still going to be bashed up. This Assault Curse is actually doing quite a bit of work, but meanwhile, though, we actually do see an engagement onto the middle lane. Waz is actually going to be the first one to drop. Will they be able to get anything further? Unfortunately, the dust is there. They do manage to pick off two from the side of VNR because they weren't actually sitting together. The stun is going to connect onto the Arc. He's going to stun himself. Connor's in a lot of trouble right now. He uses Master Style to actually get out of this alive, but unfortunately, he might actually drop from this. They do manage to kill off the ward, and there you go. A big Requiem of Souls, but is it going to be enough? Slinks does manage to get a couple of kills. Muzzy getting a triple kill. He wants to go in for more. Whelp. He stunned himself. Is this going to be an Ultra coming through here on the Alk? Alk is stunned up once again, controlled up quite a bit, and it's going to be an Ultra kill for Muzzy. Is that actually a buyback as well? Muzzy, no buyback from Muzzy, it seems like. Only a buyback coming up here from the Monkey King itself, and the amount of gold that actually went the way of VNR of, it's a little bit late to see that, but we'll see that on the graph coming through. With that Ultra kill, Muzzy sitting quite rich in his bank, so to speak. And all of a sudden, my nose just completely blocked up. So if it does sound like I have a stuffy nose, I literally do for some reason. But that's it. Looking towards that middle fight, the fight engaged, and unfortunately VNR was engaged upon, so they couldn't actually get some of their spells off. They couldn't get anything off. But the chase was just too far and too long, coming in from WRG, moving up here, dying, just constantly moving around here, getting picked off the whole time by the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend, of course, does have a Dragon Lance up, moving in towards that Butterfly. And do we see anyone building up towards an MKB? It's going to be a while for them to actually get that MKB on anyone. Shadow Fiend's net worth sitting at 16k at this point, eclipsing Warp once again here on the Alchemist. And Ultimate is up on the Juggernaut. Ultimate's up on the Nyx Assassin. Ultimate's up on Monkey King. Who else do we need ults on? Ults up on everyone, guys. This is VNR's time to go. They do have the engage. They do have the counter engage. I do see pings coming through. Is this going to be a smoke from Disruptor? No smoke just yet. And it seems like they're grouping up. They're grouping up but not smoking, not engaging, allowing WRG to actually form up. But I do like this from WRG, hiding in the tree lines, making sure they do break any smokes that do come up from VNR side. And Dyer's use scan. If I was VNR right now, if you smoke up right now, it's extremely obvious. You had to smoke a little bit earlier while you're still showing yourself in lanes, because if you smoke now, they're going to know. And that's why the entire side of WRG was hanging back here, and they actually go in thinking that they're going to counter smoke up. And if VNR takes the fight here on top, this is going to be great for them. But there you go, counter smoke is used. They're going to meet each other right around here. Let's have a look. Who goes in first? There you go, Santo, who's actually going to be engaged upon. The ultimate from the Batroid is actually onto the Disruptor. Disruptor actually drops instantly, but it's a 2-for-1 trade-off at this point. Muzzy, he needs to put out some kind of damage at this point, but it's not going to be enough. Schlinks gets a full duration ultimate off, as well as 1-3-3-7. The fight was just split up. The entire side of VNR not actually fighting together there. I think, oh, let's have a look. Yeah, Cosmic getting a double kill. extremely split up. They fought here, they fought here, they fought here. The Wukong's command was put down here, which was completely away from the main fight. And because they were split up, even though they lost the disruptor so early on in the fight, it should not have turned out this way. They should have fought on towards the low ground or forced the fight around this area. But with the Monkey King ultimate coming through here, I think the Requiem was popped there, and the majority of the fight, Kota was down here. Being split up like that, that is what WRG wants to do. They have the heroes that can pick you off with the likes of the Templar Assassin, with the likes of the Batrider, and of course towards the backline, Crystal Maiden just pops her ultimate and makes sure you can't even get close. Panda comes in, wants to try and get a stun off onto the Alchemist. However, there's a Batrider lasso onto the Shadow Fiend at this point, getting dragged back all the way. The BKB gets popped on the Shadow Fiend, and that's going to be a call to retreat for WRG. Let's have a look what the guys on stream are saying. Not much, just having some chat about the good old days and what people were called and the names back in the day. Jokes behind that. It's not nice having inside jokes that you don't tell people on the stream, dude. Not nice at all. So, let's quickly run through WRG. Blink Dagger's up on the Tusk. I think it's been there for quite a while at this point. Welp, he's overtaken Muzzy in farm on the Alchemist at this point. He does have his BKB up. I think he's popped it like twice already. Only the one time. So 9-second BKB is still up on the Arc. That's going to help, especially with the magical burst coming through from the Shadow Fiend. The big thing though is Batrider having a full Blink Force, and there's the gem. Will have a lot more vision, especially when flying. And just hanging around here towards the top lane, making sure he's on high ground, scouting out any kind of backwards rotations. Wait. What? Okay, that was a 3 hit coming up here from Muzzy. Muzzy, of course, does have a full butterfly up. I mean, I don't think... Yeah, I really don't know what happened there. The CM just got completely blown up. Now they want to turn around and actually go on to Kota. Kota will die instantly. I thought that he might be able to just get off the Omni Slash, from the Omni Slash head into a blink out, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. The control was there long enough to get the kill. So very scrappy fights back and forth at this point. But 2 of the cores, or 3 of the cores from WRG is starting to get fat a little bit more. MKB is going to be up on the Temporal Assassin quite soon, so not even giving Muzzy... I mean, you go for a Battle Fury, but then you do... Oh, not a Battle Fury, I'm a Butterfly. But when you do have a better team fight, you have a very strong team fight, you don't take the fights. When you do, you split the fight up instead of fighting together. And now all of a sudden, your Butterfly is not really going to be worth much because the T is going to blow you down. Not quite sure. I mean, VNR, in my opinion, should have... They have a Nyx Assassin. They have just as much vision as the Ricky nearly did in game number 1. They should be fighting this. And the longer this goes on, as you can see, the more WRG is just going to take control of the game. And probably within the next 5 minutes, it's going to be very difficult. Oh, Muzzy! No, Muzzy! Popping the BKB. Why? Heard that BKB popping. Even if Bat was about to blink in, Bat will still lasso you, buddy. And all of a sudden, things going from bad to worse here. VNR not pressing their opportunity enough. And WRG, they're probably going to get the next tier 2. However, VNR can still defend high ground very well because of these 3 choke points. If WRG pushes up, it does set up for a very good Static Storm, Kinetic Field, Juggernaut, Omni Slash, Wukong's command coming through. Good stuns up on the Nyx Assassin and free range for the Shadow Fiend to attack from range. So they still have a very good high ground defense. And for those of you VNR supporters, still believe VNR can still do this. They can still force out WRG to make mistakes like they did in the early game. However, it's going to be extremely difficult with Aegis as well as Cheese. Aegis up on the Temporal Assassin, Cheese up on the Alchemist. And Muzzy doing what Muzzy needs to do. Split pushing up towards the bottom line, lane. We'll scout out Alchemist. We'll see the Chemical Rage being blown. Or being used, not blown. And are we going to see any kind of whelp? He's busy farming. I think he would have scouted out the Monkey King. The pings are there. It does come from the Alk. He is, of course, busy running away. And more TPs coming in. No, TPs going out. Knowing that, of course, he was scouted out. And they're just going to move back, farm it up again. And see Chadawi. Are they going to be able to scout out Chadawi there in the tree line? He, of course, does have Blink as well as 4-staff. He's going to move out. And I don't think Muzzy will be able to catch anyone on the retreat. Well, bottom tier 2 tower is under pressure now from WRG. The Aegis and the Cheese still in hand. White Rabbit Gaming look to secure the map control, so to speak, although it is... I mean, they do have a couple of tier 2s, well, one tier 2 down themselves. I think the big thing is VNR needed to ward up a lot earlier to stop WRG from gaining this control. But now that they're up on high ground, VNR should still be okay. They have the Lincoln Sphere up. This is probably one of the best items to have in this game. Not a lot of spells, literally 3 spells. Frostbite, Concoction, and Lasso. And if you're busy spinning, Bat can't lasso you because the only thing that goes through that is Lasso. So very good item there. Well, we actually do see some kind of engagement coming through. Chadawi wrapping around, trying to slow up the heroes in the backline. Nick's Assassin, of course, is borrowed up. He does have Aghanim Scepter, just hitting stun after stun onto the Alk. There you go. Kinetic Field is actually used. They do manage to get the kill onto the Disruptor, but it's not going to be enough. Now they want to turn around. They want to go to the Batrider. Batrider force-starts himself away. Alchemist is in quite a bit of trouble. He uses the cheese quite early to eat that up. Nick's Assassin does fall. And Juggernaut, well, he is just going to be blown up. Castaway dealing so much damage. Next person to fall, that's 4 heroes down. Well, it's going to be a full team wipe, and that's going to be a triple kill up on Castaway. The fight turning out to be, they literally threw everything they could. The Kinetic Field, the Static Storm. They blew up the Disruptor. Sure, after Disruptor threw everything down already. And GG well plays being called by Muzzy. VNR having a significant lead early on. What it felt like, the map control, the team fights, everything. But WRG just outfarmed them, outpositioned them. VNR not having wards up early game when they started going in for those pushes. Completely cost them a couple of team fights, and then scrapping out those team fights a little bit. WRG splitting those team fights up beautifully. Taking control of the game after that one fight towards, well, in their own jungle. When VNR were already starting to hesitate a little bit. And then from there, they just took control. Played extremely well. And guys, that's it from me. I'm Reddit, of course. This was the TELKOM Dota 2 Masters. WRG once again getting a quite convincing victory towards the end. But VNR playing extremely well towards the early and mid game. Unfortunately, not being able to capitalize on that. See you guys soon. Of course, the Dota 2 Masters is just around the corner in 2 weeks' time. I'll see you guys there with the casting panel as well as the casting desk, or the panel as well as the desk. Gonna be epic. Looking forward to it, guys. Stay tuned, stick around, and once again, congratulations to White Rabbit Gaming.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave. Maybe, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Oh yeah. Take you like a pill. Get my fill. There was a time when you had me falling to the ground, like a king without a crown. Whoa. Why you make it hard? Don't let me down. You might as well be lost, but I'm found. I'm waiting for your love. You just keep me hanging on, and I deserve to stay, and I'll find my way. Just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm your home. I wanna be with you always. Know you're not alone, 'cause I'm your home. In the dark we fight, you take the